my concern, of course, obviously, my concern is, we just talked about all these uncertainties with our budget, that we don't know what's going to happen. We were just informed that the fire academies are canceled and all of these things, and they only had one viable candidate from the last go-round, and unfortunately, great for that candidate, but that he had to go into the military. So I just would like to have more information and a presentation about what it will mean for us to pull out of our rainy day fund, because this is not money we have budgeted for, to do this. And what role, if any, the potential shift changes may have on retirements. People may want to stay when they only have to work 9 days a month.
I was under, okay, and can Mike talk, or? I was under the assumption that you, turn your light on, Mike. No, I want to make sure on this stuff. You just want to begin a process to hire someone? Is that what you're looking for? And Renee's leaving in October?
Right. It's to stick with the plan. I thought we had a unanimous vote but I had to come in front of you to get the approval, but that
Right.
was the plan, yes.
And yet I see, you're talking about like an overlap
We
or,
have to allocate money. There has to be a vote. It's not, yeah, it's just figuring out, and it's midnight.
what are you
and
saying? Like, should I redo my motion and ask for that tonight?
I was with, well,
No, I want to learn something. What do you want me to do? Okay, Mr. Denal, how should we handle this, please?
I can't tell you how you should handle it, but if your intent is to authorize the director to begin the hiring process and authorize him to complete that process, then I think your motion should be to authorize the interim director to recruit and hire a new public safety officer. Just keep it simple. And that process could take a few months. It could take you to the next budget cycle by the time it's final, just because of the process that's involved. If your intent is just to authorize him to put the word out or put the recruitment out, but not actually hire, then that's a different intent. So you'd have to obviously rephrase that differently.
Right, and that's really Councilwoman Bransky's concern, I think.
oh, my concern is just that we just spent an hour talking about we can't allocate any money to capital improvements because we don't know what's going to happen, and there's so much uncertainty. And we unfortunately found out that they're canceling, we're gonna have big problems with training officers because academies are closing, right? That's what Lieutenant Bisbee said. So the guys can't go through the fire academy in,
They suspended it. So
so it's going to delay it at least.
it'll delay it, but that's one part of their training. They're in a 16-week.
Oh, I get
It
that.
doesn't, it delays, the fire academy will not delay at this point their ending date of their training.
Correct, hopefully, assuming it opens up on April 1st. Or April 5th, or whatever you said.
Opens
that
up
was my
within the next
concern.
14 weeks.
Well,
We were worried about something else, but now here we're like, oh, throw money away. And 100% we need to do it, but at the same time, if this 24s happens, or this 12s happens, or whatever, so many moving pieces, and without having it on the budget, on the agenda, to think it's 12:30 at night, that was my concern.
it is late. You're right. So whatever you said, Mr. Denal, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat it?
Sure. I believe, Ms. Blanky, your motion is to authorize the interim director to recruit and hire a new public safety officer.
Thank you,
Second.
sir.
I'll
Yes.
second the motion as amended.
Okay.
We have a motion and a second, and bring it back to or bring it out to the audience. Any comments and questions? Bring it back to council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
changed and was walking out the door. That's not what you're talking about, so I came
Yeah,
back. That's
right.
what.
We all talked about how you dress. It's pathetic.
I'm leaving now. Thank you.
You sure?
I believe, sorry to do this, everyone. I believe, Councilwoman Bransky, you wanted to make a motion to,
Yeah, stick around.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so actually, during the break, I had a very informative conversation with our mayor, who actually had a genius idea, that we, to the contrary to what we voted in today, we amend or modify, or whatever the legal term will be, the 2412's process, and we do a blind survey run through the city manager and clerk's office, polling on both options, so that both options are presented to our employees. If either passes by a simple majority, we go forward with that path. If they both do, then yay, that's actually a great problem to have. So I wanted to ask our legal expert, can that be done? Because I don't want to waste time, and I don't want to have to circle back and then say, okay, now what about 12s? And the mayor came up with this solution.
Sure, I think the answer is if council is supportive of that, someone would make a motion to modify or reconsider, I don't know what we want to call it, probably modify the previous approval or the previous directive that was given to the director and the administration. You'd word it in the way that you anticipate the survey would look, and I can help you with that after we get the concepts down. And then that would be the new direction, and it would supplant the old direction.
Okay. So I would like to make a motion to you can talk after I make it, to modify the plan with regard to investigation of 12s and 24s, such that the initial survey is a blind survey, truly anonymous, thank you very much, truly anonymous, and that inquiry is made as to the potential, assuming collective bargaining agreement, considerations can be met, that the department change to a 12-hour shift or a 24-hour shift.
Looking at me. Conceptually, I think, if I'm right, you're trying to get back to a similar concept as we discussed earlier tonight, which would be a blind survey to determine if the personnel are receptive to exploring
Correct.
a 12-hour or a 24-hour or neither shift change.
Correct.
And then once we know if they're open to exploring it, then, just like we talked about earlier, then we'll know if we should even go down the road of collective bargaining.
Correct, yes, 100%. And is it true that, and I don't know the answer, when they vote to ratify something, is it a simple majority?
That would be true, but this wouldn't be anything.
No, just in terms of knowing
Right.
that, so we only need a simple majority rather than a super majority to get a yes on one or the other, or a no on both, or whatever. Just so I know so yeah. So that's my motion.
Okay. We have a motion.
Can I make a comment? And I guess this would be a question for Don. These are two separate collective bargaining units. The motion is to dictate how they do their votes. Both these units have bylaws, and I don't think their motion can dictate how they vote. You can, I guess, request that, but they have bylaws on how they vote, whether it's open, closed, that dictates that. I don't think the council would have that.
Good point. We'd have to look at that language to see how specific it is in terms of what types of vote. Because this is being categorized as a survey of personnel, I don't know what the union would think of that. That's a great question. The union leadership might say, we're not going to let blind surveys happen. We're going to talk to our membership and do it that way. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know if Mr. Fantuzzi has anything to add, but that's something we'll learn when we express the interest to them, and they may come back and say, we're not going to let our members take a blind survey. We vote openly in a group.
Yeah.
And the mayor's concern, as in any business, what we do behind closed curtains is not always the same as what we say in public. And we wanted a true and it is by no means a reflection of you. It's why Hillary lost the election. Because it is, when everyone wasn't looking. So it's to make sure that we're really doing what the employees are willing to consider. That was the opinion that you expressed to me.
It's always good to do an informal, like a straw poll, just
Yeah.
exactly where everyone really feels, and they didn't have to worry any pressures from anybody else, and just state how they feel, that's all.
I'm just saying they have rules on how they vote on
Yeah.
anything. So I don't think we can dictate how they conduct their union business. And it kind
Yeah,
of,
I don't think we're dictating, we're just asking, and if it can be done, then that's maybe, I guess what we might want to see, that's all.
We're kind of counting on
Not
the,
demanding they do this, it's
No.
just, this is just a way that we thought was fair to them and everybody else, without any pressure of,
I wouldn't, I wouldn't,
yeah, that's all.
how they vote is how they vote.
Could I-
Yeah,
Maybe instead of the word vote, we use the word opinion.
oh, that's fair. Anyway, Don can, I would, part of my motion
No, I
have
mean,
Don.
we're being careful, I think. I
Yeah,
don't.
I would have Don help
Come on,
word
Don.
it so that it does not violate anyone's rights under the law. But at the end of the day, I was hoping that the employees would value
not yourself.
anonymity and the ability to give an opinion in a Fraser way, not through lawyers, through meetings with union reps, but what do you guys want? What do you people want? And then, if this is something you're willing to look at, then we have the more formal process. So if they come back and say we can't do it, then, okay, we can't do it. But I'm hoping, just like the DPW, they want to help us help them and give an opinion, not a yes or a no. It ain't, just an.
We have a motion, I'll support. We have a motion to support, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
No.
No. One no.
No.
I barely got it out.
Well, being it's 12:30, I've been kind of corresponding with the governor's office back and forth all day with their people. I had some announcements to make that they kind of said were mandatory to announce. I will get with Michelle and Kelly to try to post these, but I can assure you that the public safety has implemented some new processes that's going forward with the COVID-19. And Sarisa, the dispatch company, has a new block of information that they're asking questions. So you need to be specific about the emergency that you have. That can determine what gear and everything that they're gonna be wearing. So all protocols are being changed. This has probably even changed since we've been in here most of the night, but it is true all schools will close on Monday. This Monday, they are open tomorrow, but they'll close Monday till April 5th. We've closed our activity center, senior recreation programs. Van service will be limited to essential trips at this point. Doctors and grocery stores only. But it is changing. I've asked Michelle to post some of the addresses on the websites that you can go to and get updates. Probably by tomorrow noon, it's gonna all change again too, so I just wanted, yeah. Yes.
Completely.
Warrant closes for tomorrow?
I don't know about tomorrow, but next week they're closed down.
Yeah, it's, Fraser canceled all their conferences tonight and all their other activities, so it's just a very solvent thing going forward, so it's late, everyone's probably sleeping, so I'd like to make a motion to go into closed session. And, I have to go out to the citizens to be heard, I'm sorry. Citizen participation, does anyone on the citizens like to come forward? Now's the time to speak if you'd like to speak. Please.
Hello, my name is Dante. On behalf of U-Win Towing, this is a topic that hasn't been brought up in a couple months. It's regarding the towing contract. Just on our team, we wanted to open up to bid. Max was only supposed to have it temporarily. They've had it for over 5 years now. We have a dedicated team of drivers. We have 2 lots conveniently located in Fraser, one in Fraser and one in Roseville. We have 14 trucks, and we don't have to contract anything out. We have heavies, mediums, and flatbeds, all at phone call away. I personally live in Fraser. and a few other drivers live in Fraser, so we can get to a scene faster and have the roadway open a lot quicker than, you know, momentarily than, where we're not waiting for someone, because we have two-way radios in our trucks. So if we could just pick up signals, we can have them, you know, our night drivers then can start heading to the scene of an accident then versus waiting for the phone call for Fraser. That's all I have to say.
Actually, calls now come from Sarisa, not from Fraser.
Well, the police scanner. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us know.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Laura Lessig, 15201 Fairview. First of all, I want to thank all the poll or election workers, and especially Ms. Kelly Dolan and Chelsea and Michelle for all their help during that day. It was very exciting and different because we were still having to worry about keeping things sanitized as well. So that was good, and especially the DPW workers too. Next, I want to thank all of you that are still in favor of us updating our parks. I look forward to that day when that happens, and I'm going to be on you guys to approve what comes up. Just to let everybody know, if everything's okay, the next Parks and Rec meeting is Tuesday, April 7th. Hopefully, we will still have that. And that's your chance for everyone to come out and get a feel for what the final plan's going to be or presented to the council in the next month. So hopefully, people will come out and say what they want to say. If we don't have a meeting, you can always send information to Christina Woods, and we'll present it that way. Next, I want to say that the Fraser First Booster Club, if all is well, we have our next meeting next week on 3/17 at Hanover at 6:30. And there is a fundraiser at Ramshorn on March 26th from 5 to 8. They're always very supportive to the Fraser First Booster Club. And also, I just want to mention that with all this panic out there, I must say, we as a city have to think creative. We have to keep the city running. We have to keep doing the business. You can't just close down the departments without keeping the business going. We want to get residents here. We want to keep our employees. So let's try to work together and remember that this crisis will pass and we have to move on and live on. So let's do that. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I'll bring it back to council. I'd like to make a motion to go into closed session and update a legal strategy, Macomb County Circuit Court case number 2019-002843CD, strategy negotiation session regarding Police Officers Association of Michigan, collective bargaining agreement under Section 8C of the Opens Meeting Act.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Go a roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 12:36.
Closed session till at 12:36 p.m. a.m.
12:36 a.m. on 8:13.
Yes, we did. Yep. Yep. At 12:48.
Some off.
Councilwoman Shornack.
Motion to go into closed session for briefing from our attorney on the contracts.
You need to.
The collective bargaining
collective bargaining.
Could we use the language that's on the agenda just to be, so we cover the Open Meetings Act?
Thank you. Okay, motion to update the legal strategy,
Next one.
to go into closed session, to update the legal strategy.
Underneath
Which one?
Keep reading.
Oh, we got, why is that? Okay, fine, I'm sorry. Well, then they should have been numbered. Okay, go into closed session, strategy and negotiation session regarding Police Officers Association of Michigan collective bargaining agreement under Section 8C of the Open Meetings Act.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, going to close.
Roll call.
Get a roll call.
Roll call.
Yes.
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 At,
Too late.
12:49. I just got two more things from Granholm, or, Whitmer. If I send you these, you just figure out close to the thing.
I hope he gets overtime.
Kirsten, it's right here.
This is mine. I guess I don't have it.
No big deal. Just couldn't.
You are a trooper, Suzanne.
I actually feel better than I did when I first got here, so I must be on the other side of this, whatever this is. So at least I got that going for me. I don't know.
I haven't been, oh my God. Crazy. Do we get time and a half for this, Mike? Double time?
Well, we should probably get 2 days, right? We should probably get another $250 because we're.
Yeah, we went into another time zone.
I know. Well, another day.
Are we leaving?
No, we're gonna make a quick record. Yeah, I will. I plan to go, so I'm flying out of Toronto. Yes, I have it too,
If
yep.
there's any problems, I was gonna say, but everything seemed to go.
Sure.
normal, so.
Is that the new thing? Everybody just rubs their hand. Everybody rub your hands.
I'm calling back, I'm sorry, calling back the meeting to order at 2:14 a.m.
Longest one in history.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
I'm sorry.
Or someone gonna,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
No,
We have to say,
Suzanne, go ahead.
Sure, I would like to make a motion to adjourn the discussion regarding the Police Officers Association of Michigan Collective Bargaining Agreement under Section 8C of the Open Meetings Act to the April 23rd meeting for the reasons that we just got this information on Monday. We have talked a little bit about it today in the closed session, but we need some more time to make a decision. It's after 2 o'clock in the morning, and we are trying diligently to do so, but believe that we need some more time so we can consult with legal counsel on this issue, so we can make an effective decision.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Adjourn, second, all in favor?
Aye.
It's been a
Night,
pleasure.
everybody.
And the kicker is now that they close the schools.
Can't go, all the plants are gonna die.
I literally just said I'm supposed to go get toilet paper